Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call him Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Hit me some in the can and it's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some time. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Back while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Katie York set to get this one started. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
I'll say it again, Kate. I love these new kickoff rules. This is exactly what we all wanted to see. All of us understood safety concerns with the kickoff, but we did not want to see this explosive, game-changing play out of the game, and we did. And in fact, in this one, we got to see it right from the jump.
Allen comes out throwing. Chased out to his right. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
19 target, go street. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Stop made by Braden Fisk.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Panther 60.
Allen on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
It's not often you hear me say this, Kate, that a kicker can pick up his team, but he did right there. They started with great field position. If they would have come away with 0, it would have been a disappointment. Instead, he puts 3 on that scoreboard.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Riggs. Gravity Lions.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. As for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, Robinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Ready.
Another carry for Robinson. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
I love crossing routes versus zone defense. Those zone defenders are dropping to their spots. And with all of that horizontal action, they often get lost in zone coverage, just like that.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Try and run here with Robinson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Let's go.
Now it's Milrow. Throw to the right finds Waddle. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Here's Robinson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop out just 1 yard.
Just everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Ready.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, they've got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Go.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. On his Katie York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. On now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
Go. 60 Maverick. Bronco 80.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
18, pioneer. Get it.
Back to throw now, Allen. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught. Hits the rookie from Louisville. He's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Ready.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Allen. Jump off, caught by his back. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Tag. Viking 18. Tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. This one's headed for the sideline, and out. Look at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed.
Okay, break.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Milrow. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead.
Cougar 19.
Staying with Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready, ready.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Set up. Cowboy 80. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That's a pickup of 9. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Hold it check.
9 yards. First down, Falcons.
Check smash. Check smash. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Shotgun now for Milrow. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
60 Bobcats. 60 Eagles. 60.
Second and 10. No row to throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Falcon first down.
60 Maverick. 60. Here we go. Start.
No play action here. It's Milrow. Vacates quickly left side. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Bronco 80. Say, hey. Ready, ready.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Got it. Ready.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
This may be one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is third and 9.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Here he goes, third and long. When the pack gets home, they drop him. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
New York knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's his running back. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Yeah, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Ready.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Three. Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll run it from the gun. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Working from the gun. It's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Okay, ready? Hey, smash Bronco! Here we go.
Hand off to the back. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, 2 yards there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Get it. Hey, Bronco 80.
Allen setting up to throw. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Got it. Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Milrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Here's Milrow to throw. Force that to his right. Pitts brings it in. This gets forward to around the 29. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and short, it's Milrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
One heads towards the sideline, not returnable. Well done. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Start. 60 back.
Back to the air. Allen. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
70, Timberwolves. Warriors, 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Ready up.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Cougar 19.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stop the quick pass. It became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line for second down.
Panther 11. Now that. Hawk set.
Pistol now for Milroe. The left side is caught by Pitts. And give them 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up third and very short.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
One yard, all that's needed. This is third and inches. All right with Robinson from the pistol. And they're not going to get anything out of this call, Brock. He's hauled down, just getting back to that line of scrimmage. It's fourth down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Fourth down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it.
Ready? 19, start.
Runner makes the catch. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Man, forget that was fourth down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets him a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Let's go. Let's go.
He taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Jahan Campbell.
Second and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Here we go. Strike. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
60.
Milroe throwing on third down. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down. Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2.
Go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Third and 4 coming up now.
Buffalo, step. Ready. Bronco 80.
They've got a man in motion. That one's out and cut on the right side. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. York now for the extra point. Point after is up and through. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now he's York to kick this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone. Down at the 20. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Working quickly here.
Cougar 19. Let go.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's off again. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start the second half with some needed points. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Check man. Go.
Off the play fake, Milrow. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
On the set.
4 yards to go.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Milrow. That's complete to Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Okay, break.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready. 70 Lions.
Shotgun now for Milrow. On the move, headed right. Connects on the crosser. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
60 Bison. Mustang 19.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Get it. Huh. Cowboy 80. Let go. Ready.
Throwing here. Milrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for, thinking interception to be had. And incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's tackled for a short gain. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. On comes Cade York, a lot riding on this kick. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. York knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late. And it puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stack. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's 16 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Down. Liking 18. Ready,
First down throw for Allen. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35.
Smash Bronco. Ready. Ready.
On first down, Allen dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and
4. Here we go. Here we go. 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here.
His make there, they had to have that one. It really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First down, 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10.
19 Tigers, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Go play action here. It's Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Milroe from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No connection on the last play, and out it's third down.
Cowboy, trap 60, trap 60.
Throw here, third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up fourth and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call a gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready,
Allen. Dumped off to his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Go! Cougar 19.
Handoff now out of the gun. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Ready? Lightning 18.
Allen setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Third, get it.
They'll run here from the gun. Oh, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down.
This is average. Crack all 80. Ready?
Back to throw it. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers losing by 7. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They send him over right. They give here to the motion man. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second down and 3.
Ready? 19 tight, not 60.
Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Here we go.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
2. 19 Charger, 19.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Falcons.
Rig. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Ready.
Robinson on the inside give. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal.
Cougar 19.
Here's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Ready, go. Hawk 70. Ready.
Once more, it's Robinson. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Now is York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, break.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. Trap 60. Go.
Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
Panther 11.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
Buffalo
line.
18.
He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Cowboy.
Back to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here he goes, one final shot. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Green Bay.